All right, we are live. Hello.
Hello.
What are we talking about today?
We are talking about the fabric of Western civilization, aka manly men being threatened
Ev-
by Harry Styles in a dress.
Everything is breaking apart.
The fabric of civilization?
Western civilization
Yeah,
specifically.
it's fraying at the edges.
I have an unpopular opinion right now. Okay, just
Oh,
gonna start with going in with a very unpopular opinion from every side. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna have many fans after this. Okay, I
okay.
think if if it's true that Western civilization is falling apart because men are wearing dresses, then Western civilization should fall. If that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You're very pixely and your audio is roboty, Susanna. Very,
What just
very,
happened?
I don't know, your audio, you're like, I have no idea what you're saying. And I can see, like, your entire visual is like 4 pixels, just 4 boxes.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, right before we go. Anyways, but oh, I'm gonna remove Susanna while we talk about this. Let me see what you guys are saying. You don't say. Okay, Hossein is here. Did you guys? Oh my God, Hossein, are you really seriously gonna start this live stream? Even though we have one rule here, when you tag Atheist Republic, you talk about the topic at hand. Are you seriously gonna tag Atheist Republic and bring up something else? We have one rule here. Yes, exactly. Fatima, can you fix Susanna? We're gonna wait for Susanna to fix her internet, and then we're gonna go back to talking about the fabric of civilization falling apart. Are you okay now? Let's see what Susanna's better. Okay, much better.
Sorry about that, guys. Usually things are better when I'm plugged directly into my modem, but
Yeah, Susanna, every time, guys, every time
oh,
people have problem, like we go live on air and we have to like fix things, the audio wise, internet wise. I don't know. It's always me. It's
do I sound
always
better?
you sound fine. All
Okay.
right, cool,
And
cool,
it
cool.
was fine before we started, but we're moving on.
Yes. Anyways,
Oh, thank you.
square yellow paper Warthog is saying, Susanna,
Warthog.
you are my Warthog. Guys, one reason why I'm mean to Susanna is so that you guys could defend her against me and
Oh,
make her feel like she's like loved by you guys. Okay, it's kind of related. Is it? I don't know. Is it related? All right, let's go into this news. Okay, guys, it's amazing. This news is amazing. And oh, another thing I want to say that it might be a little bit unpopular among our audience. Okay,
hmm.
remember. Oh, you're getting more and more pixely again, but it's okay. Slowly, you can't. It's okay. It's okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know how we talk about the Wokistani left being snowflakey.
Yes.
Okay, so it's one thing to be snowflakey about people just saying something and you're like racism and like misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, and then you look into it and you're like, doesn't seem like it was racism here or homophobia. You know, like we make fun of that and all, but it's another thing to be like, at least if it's true, it would be like, okay, this is not racism, but at least you're crying about something that if it was true, it would warrant a reaction like you're having, right? So this is not racism, for example, but if it was racism, then yeah, I would be on your side, right? But when it comes to the snowflakes on the right, they're like men in dresses. Ah, civilization. Western civilization is falling apart. Wow. Okay, so remember, guys, the crybabies, like on the right, they're the original crybabies. Okay, so
Yes.
we make fun of the woke people on the left whenever they lose their minds and they have like cancel culture or they're like snowflakes and all. But please remember that this is a much bigger phenomenon on the
Mhm.
right than it is on the left. And in fact, the reason why the left woke Sunny from the left got our attention is because it was a new thing to us. It was like, what the hell is happening to the left, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why we didn't talk about it is like we have to remember to talk about it as much when it happens on the right, because the original and the same still mainstream cancel culture is when people are like, this is too sexy, cancel it from TV. Oh, two men are kissing. Why
Yeah.
is this on the cartoons? Why is like, oh, a man wearing a dress? What the hell is this? Cancel this, cancel that. R rating this. Oh, video games are gonna make kids more violent. Okay, so the whole cancel culture thing is 10 times bigger on the right, and the snowflakey thing is also 10 times bigger on the right than it is on the left. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because the
just
right likes to always act like everything they don't like is a threat to the foundation of family unity
right.
itself. Like anything they don't like, well, not anything, but most of the things they don't like are a threat to the nuclear family.
Right. Alexi wants a shout out. So here's a shout out to Alexi. Um, Square Yellow Paper is saying the right is made of control freaks. They now what is best for the rest of us. Okay, but again, hashtag not all, just like
Yeah.
not all of the left, also not all of the right. Don't forget the original crybaby. Men are gonna dress like women during the end times. Oh yes, Islam. Yes,
Well,
Islam.
that's where a lot of this comes from is religiosity.
Right.
But
Okay, so
then
let's
that's
see what.
also a biblical thing as well.
So what are we talking about? What happened here? Let's take a look.
Well, first,
You.
I mean, let's scroll up so we can talk about, for people who don't know, maybe not involved in pop culture, they don't know who this is. So, for those
Hmm.
who are not aware, this is Harry Styles. He's a British singer, originally from the group called One Direction.
Hmm.
And since Zayn Malik left One Direction, I think he is now officially the hottest man in One Direction. So he's a huge musical star around the world, global phenom, and he's always been well known for being very expressive, very creative, having some might say an eccentric, very flamboyant sense of style. I think he may also be openly bisexual. Maybe I'm making that up, but
Maybe that's just what you want.
true. Uh,
Okay.
um, but yeah, this isn't even like the first time he's been shown wearing dresses or wearing women's clothing. Like it's
Right.
pretty common for him. And this article that was in Vogue just kind of expounded on that more. And the whole um, photo shoot, the editorial in Vogue was kind of focusing on that in a way. Um,
Okay, so okay, this is a genuine unpopular opinion. Okay. And I
Go for
think
it.
a lot of people do not understand how to defend this, okay? Because I've seen a lot of people on our side, they look at this, okay, and they're like, "Oh, why are these people on the right like why is Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens? Why are they butthurt? This is actually beautiful, okay?" And I'm like, "Why does it have to be beautiful?" First of all, I look at this, I don't like it. But who gives a crap that I don't like it? Okay, like you're saying, oh, it's beautiful, as if that it needs to be beautiful for this to be okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it. He has to like it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you know, I
He's,
am.
I don't
I
like how
think
you look either.
a lot of people on our side who want to defend this, I think like the virtue signaling to this, they'd be like, oh, this is like, they don't actually mean it. They're like, oh, this is a genuinely beautiful. I know some people genuinely think this is beautiful. I know he likes it. I know a lot of people like it, but you don't have to like it. I don't like
Mm-mm.
it. Guess what? I don't like it. That's why I don't wear a dress. Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's
There
why I
are
don't wear
people
a dress.
asking why didn't you wear a dress today for this, Armin?
I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah.
this look. I don't like this look. But who gives a crap that I don't like this look? Okay, he likes it. He likes it. That's all that matters. But I don't like the people on our side that think that the way to defend this is to go out and say, I mean, if you're saying this is beautiful because you actually think that this is beautiful, then great. Okay, say that you like that this is beautiful and you like it, you enjoy it. Okay, if this is visually pleasing to you, it's great that you're telling people that this is visually pleasing to you. But if it's not visually pleasing to you and you're going around and telling people, "Oh, this is actually beautiful," then stop the virtue signaling. If you don't like
Armin,
it, it's fine. What?
I think I think they might be saying it's beautiful that he's so free to be expressive. It's beautiful that he feels
Mm,
comfortable enough to do this, even though there will be backlash. It's
I think that's
beautiful that he
I don't
is
think that's what it
comfortable
comes
enough.
across as, and I think that that's a dangerous argument to make. They're saying that this is beautiful, as if it should be
That has
beautiful
anything
for
to do with it. Yeah.
as if it should be beautiful for this to be okay to us. It doesn't need to be beautiful to us for this to be okay. It needs to be beautiful to him or anybody else that likes it.
Yeah.
Like, so if you go around and say that what's wrong with this, this is beautiful, you are subtly making the argument that if it wasn't beautiful, then it wouldn't be okay. Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? And I
This is
think
the
that
problem.
shouldn't be the argument.
This is the
Yeah.
problem I have with the LGBT argument that's frequently thrown around, saying I was born this way. It's I like accept me, accept let us have rights. This is an immutable characteristic because I was born this way. No,
Right.
it doesn't matter if you were born this way. You should have the freedom to
Yes.
go have sex with who you want to have sex with and not be
Yes.
criminalized for it. You should have the freedom to go marry who you want to marry and not be
Exactly.
criminalized for it or not be allowed to do it, not on the basis of you being born this way, but on the basis of it is not harmful to anyone.
Right. Like, yeah, for example,
Also,
people say like being gay is not a choice, that's why it's okay. I'm like, what the hell are you
nope.
talking about? Even yes, it's not a choice,
Even if
but
it was a
even if
choice,
it was a choice, why would that make it wrong? I
same.
wish it was a choice. Could be like, hey, I'm gonna go be gay today now. Like, but it's not. It's not a choice. But if it was a choice, then it would still be okay. All right. But Katie's saying, oh yeah, I agree. People need to get that what the rest of the society like doesn't mean shit as long as you like how you are. Yeah.
Well,
Look at his face. He's like, look at me rocking this dress. Look at him. Okay. I
oh,
don't
he's
like this
feeling
look.
himself.
I don't like this dress at all, but look at him. He loves it. He look at his face. He loves it. He loves it. So
Yeah,
he should wear it.
yeah.
I don't like it. And guess what I do? I don't like it at all. Guess what I do with that? I
You
don't
don't
wear
do
a
it.
dress. I just don't wear a dress. That's what I do with that.
I would also like to note that I don't think he looks his best here. I have seen Harry Styles wearing women's clothing before, looking a lot better than this. I agree. I've seen it looking genuinely beautiful, and this isn't that moment.
Yeah, but
And
he
it's so
prefers
funny
it.
because okay, well, should we actually get into this article because I have a lot
Yes.
more to say about the
Yes.
larger pop culture context of this. But let's actually read the article and talk about the right wingery.
Mm.
Um, okay, Harry Styles' view on fashion. Conservative commentator Candace Owens is facing backlash. Oh, she's the one facing backlash after criticizing singer Harry Styles for wearing a dress in his Vogue photo shoot. Styles made history this month by becoming Vogue's first ever solo male cover star, and in his shoot with the fashion magazine, he wore dresses, kilts, and skirts. Shouts out to my Scottish heritage. In that Vogue interview, Styles also talked about other musicians he looked up to who were his style icons like Prince, Freddie Mercury, Elton John, and then explained his own views on fashion. Clothes are there to have fun with and experiment with and play with. What's really exciting is that all of these lines are kind of crumbling away, he said. When you take away there are clothes for women and there are clothes There are clothes for men and there are clothes for women. Once you remove any barriers, obviously you can open up the arena in which you can play. I'll go and shop sometimes and I'll just find myself looking at the women's clothes thinking they're amazing, he continued. It's like anything, anytime you're putting these barriers up in your life, you're just limiting yourself. There's so much joy to be had in playing with clothes. I've never really thought too much about what it means. It becomes this extended part of creating something.
No, that sounds like he's having so much fun with it.
Yeah.
See, I don't know, I don't get this, but I see how much fun he's having with it. Like, that's so. It kind of makes me happy that he's having so much fun with it. Like, I don't.
Well, Armin, it's very much your philosophy. He's just saying, like, I piss on your red lines.
No, I mean, even if he wasn't, it's like I genuinely get enjoyment out of pissing on people's red lines, but
Yeah.
he just seems to have, but he just seems to be like having fun with clothes, and it's making him happy. Like, oh, I want to try this. I want to try this. I want to express myself this way.
Yeah,
Like,
by breaking down the barriers that other people have limited him by.
see, this is like, for example, let's say if you see somebody, let's say, for example, you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and you go to his house or her house, and you see like she has this art collection, and she really is into it, and she's so excited, and she's like opening like a new painting that she bought. And the paintings, you look at the paintings and you're not into it. Okay, you look at the paintings and you're like, I don't know, I don't like these paintings. Okay, I don't like it. But you're looking at her, how excited she is about her collection, how proud she is about having a collection, and you feel happy that she's so excited. Like, you get it, how easy it is for us to get how we can be happy that somebody that is so much into this art collection that you're not into, but you can see how they're into it and how excited they are and how proud they are and how much fun they're having with it. You can see how easy it is for us to get how we could have fun watching them having fun with it, even though you are not into that art. Okay, but all of a sudden, when it comes to identity and clothing, all of a sudden people don't get it. What's the difference? You don't have to be into the art to be able to be happy that your girlfriend or boyfriend is like enjoying that art, even though you're not into that art. You could get joy out of them getting joy out of it. So how does that not apply here? You're not into it yourself. You don't find it beautiful, but you see them having fun with it, and you could get joy out of seeing them getting joy. Look at this. There's so much joy. Like, you could get joy out of seeing them getting joy out of it, even if you don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you like to see the world through their eyes.
Yeah. Anyways.
You're a sweetheart. So what Candace Owens said. However, his wardrobe choices were met with some criticism from conservative figures like Candace Owens, who tweeted on Saturday, quote, "There is no society..." Sorry, wait.
Guys, before you read the tweet, just like remember, actually, let's look at the tweet directly. Okay, just remember, we're talking about this picture.
Yes, we're talking
about this picture, and this is what Candace Owens thinks is like a legit, like, hot take here. Okay, this is a hot take by Candace Owens. Okay,
yeah,
right.
There is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is taught to our children is not a coincidence. This is an outright attack. Bring back manly men.
Oh my God! How are these people taken seriously? Marxism? Are you effing serious? Imagine looking at this and thinking Marxism, especially with
obviously.
That.
Are you kidding me?
Like, this is more. I mean, how is this not insanity?
This is straight communism.
Oh, look at this! Is this is serious. Look at this! Look at this! These people are, guys. These are the intellectuals of conservatives. Okay, These are the thought leaders of the conservatives.
I
All right?
I would call her like a pop conservative figure.
Come on.
Is she a thought leader?
You
Like,
know,
I think of someone a little bit more
I
esoteric.
have to call out even mainstreams. You know how we call out. So we have, like, for example, on the left, we have like a fringe woke movement, but then we
Mhm.
call out some mainstream leftists for not acknowledging how big of a problem the woke is, even though they're not woke themselves. I have to call out mainstream conservatives for not calling out people like Candace Owens. Like a lot of,
True.
like, first, and not only calling them out, they're like, yeah, I have some disagreements with them, but they love them. They love them.
Mhm.
Okay? The vast majority of them, they think that they are on the right side, even though they have a few bad takes. And honestly, if you think Candace Owens is like an intellectual, even if you're not part of like the crazy right wingers, you're still part of the problem. If you think that these are the people, if you think these are the people that represent you, then honestly, like, are you serious? Marxism. Okay, so let's take this apart.
It gives me creeping Sharia flavor.
Yes, this is like a creeping Sharia kind of thing. Okay, there's no society that can survive without strong men. Okay, first of all,
Wait, I have so much to say.
go on.
Like, okay, who says that you cannot, like, obviously, wait, someone was saying, I can't remember, that Candace likes her alphas. Okay, clearly. I
Ooh,
get it.
yeah,
Me
yeah.
too. But there
No one is taking away your alphas just because we have. First of all, no. Okay, first, no.
no,
Let me.
Armin, don't
Okay,
interrupt me. I have something to say.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. You can be an alpha and wear a dress. Okay. This is a fact. Some might even say that it is the biggest. I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. It is, you know, very provocative to display your manliness by being openly feminine, because it's in a way kind of like, what, were you going to say something to me? Like, I had a friend in high school who was such an alpha that he would wear skirts to school so that people would call him gay slurs, and then he'd go beat the crap out of those people who were being
Hey,
homophobic.
no, wait, Susanna, we're not endorsing violence here on
No,
this
I'm
channel.
not endorsing this.
No,
But
it
okay,
seems like
for
you are.
example,
Okay, be careful.
there's a singer, reggaetonero, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny has been wearing dresses, skirts, women's clothing for a long time in a lot of his videos. In fact, in one of his music videos, he went in full drag as a woman and was feeling himself as a woman. But you cannot tell me that Bad Bunny is not an alpha. Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're an alpha, though.
It doesn't,
Okay.
but I'm just saying that you can be extremely manly and still do this. But that's not.
No. I think there's a difference between. Okay, I think this is you're conflating strong and alpha. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that you could be extremely strong and not be manly. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could be girly, and maybe the fact that you're actually being girly is actually shows how strong you're being.
Yeah, that's what
Because
I'm
you're like, yeah, because you could be like very, very girly, and the fact that you are a man that enjoys being girly, all right, whatever society perceives as being girly, given how the backlash that you will get, given how society looks at men who want to be girly, it takes a lot of strength to be openly girly. So yeah, like can we not like keep using the word manly and strong as if they're the same thing? Maybe like actually it takes more strength to be a girly man than a manly
Yeah,
man,
that's what
because
I'm saying.
you don't get any backlash for being a manly man. You get a backlash for being a girly man. So it takes a lot of strength. It takes more strength to be a girly man than a manly man.
Armin,
Right?
excuse me, don't you know that you get backlash for being a manly man by the Yahtzees? Okay.
Right. No, so I mean, this is
The feminists who are gonna
this
attack
is
you.
look at this, like wearing this and looking at society, and you're saying like, come at me, this is what I like, you could go screw yourself if you don't like it. That is a strong man. That is what takes strength.
Mhm.
Like, to tell people like Candace Owens, Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro to go get effed, and this is who I am, and you could deal with it. That's strength. How is that not strength?
Yeah, and it particularly depends on someone's culture too. So for Bad Bunny, for example, he's Puerto Rican. He comes from a Latino background, and because of that, there's very strong messages around machismo, right? So he gets even worse backlash for his self-expression. He always paints his nails. He even has extensions on his nails a lot of the time. He wears a lot of women's clothing, skirts, and on stage and in music videos, and the stuff that is said against him, against his community, because they see him as homosexual even though he's not, is horrendous. But in a way it's helpful because it highlights that problem. Same thing with the rapper Young Thug. Young Thug has been wearing dresses and skirts, and I think he was also in like a high profile fashion magazine wearing dresses for like almost 10 years now. But because he comes from Atlanta and he's a trap rapper, and he comes from a rap background, the homophobia that's slung at him is intense and it's vitriolic. But they keep doing it because this is how I like to express myself, and I think they enjoy kind of that provocative nature.
Okay, so can I say? I'm gonna say something. Okay, the East. Look at this. I want to take this. Okay, so the first one was absolute. The first part was absolute horse crap. Okay, strong men does not mean manly men. Okay, that was strength. Second, now look at the second part. Okay, the East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time. Okay, so let's just focus on the second part. The East knows this. The West apparently is doing it wrong. Okay. Can I show you a few image? I'm gonna show you Exhibit A and Exhibit. Okay, so
I want to know what she means by East.
This is what she means by East. Look at this. Okay, so this is the East. Okay, K-pop, right? So, and she's like, so apparently, this is manly. I mean, the East has also its version of what people consider not very manly, okay? And apparently she associates this with Marxism. However, let me show you what Marxism. Hold on. Wait. Let me show you some communist propaganda. Look at this. This is what people traditionally associate. This is communist propaganda. Look at the imagery. Do you think this is like how much more manly can you get than this? Look at this. Look at the communist propaganda. Look at all of this. Right? Look at this. Look at this. Okay? So I don't understand. Look at this. Okay?
What about this one in the middle? No, you missed. There was a guy holding up the hammer and sickle, and he was rainbow.
Oh yeah, no, this is modern art. No, but I'm talking about the original. This is communist propaganda, okay, and this is the East. So when she says the East knows this, like, oh, the constant feminization of our men, this is what people do. I mean, I'm not dissing this. This is great. This is beautiful visual art, okay, but a lot of people associate this with the feminization of men. A lot of people look at the earrings, right? Look at the colors, like, right? Look at so people think this is feminization as well, which is fine. So when she says the East knows this, I don't know what she's talking about. And then when she says that Marxism is being taught, yeah, well, Marxism is this.
Yeah.
This is I mean, how much more manly can you get than this? Right? So there's that, right? So none of this makes any sense.
Also, like, has she ever seen a man wearing a thobe? Like,
and then when she said,
what is her standard that she's talking about?
And this feminization of the West, like, like this whole these people have no data to show the number of men who feel that they enjoy feminization, hasn't increased as a percentage since ever. You know what I mean? Like men who were more feminine in society were there since ancient times. I mean, we have records of them. Ancient. Oh, East. Yeah, you're talking about India. You know how much India has, how much part of Indian culture, ancient Indian culture, is men who were more womanly, like ancient Rome, ancient Persia, ancient Egypt, ancient India, definitely ancient India. So they were always there. There's nothing has changed. In fact, the only thing that changed was when Abrahamic religions came, and they were like, we're trying to put everyone in boxes, and we went through it like 2,000 years of this being taboo on a higher scale than it used to be, and now we're going back to be like, yeah, I guess this is okay. You know what I mean? So I think they're just not used to this as being okay because of the past, again, 2,000 years of Christianity and Islam being very popular over the 10,000 years of human civilization is nothing, right? By the way, so he's saying in the West, so the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. God damn it. Again, this is the Red Scare. This is the Red Scare. Everything, you know how like the woke left, everything they don't like is Yahtzee. Okay,
Yeah.
they're like Yahtzeeism. Again, I can't say it, so we're saying Yahtzee, right? Everything, the woke left, everything they don't like is Yahtzee, and for the far right loons, everything they don't like is Marxist.
Or Sharia.
Okay,
Mostly
can I show you
Marxism.
something else? Can I show you something else, by the way? So this is a man wearing a dress is apparently the fall of Western civilization. Okay, what about a
Oh
woman
boy.
wearing a suit then?
Mm.
Hmm? What about a woman wearing a suit? This is Candace Owens. Look at this. So how is this okay then? Why can men, I mean, isn't this traditionally more seen as a male outfit? Candace Owens? Suits aren't traditionally men clothing?
Some
How
of my
come
critical gender studies training is coming back up right now. I'm getting some flavors, right? So there are when
I mean
women started
traditionally isn't this
when women started to enter the workplace, it actually was um it was in fashion in some places or seen as preferential for women to dress like men as they entered the workplace so as to not draw attention to the fact that they were women, to downplay their femininity, to take on the um, presentation of men to assimilate into the workplace.
Okay, somebody in the live chat is saying, I'm not sure about that. Armin, Sparta and Mesopotamia were not tolerant towards feminine men. Yes, there were examples, Sparta, but if you went to Athens, then they were very tolerant. It really depends on where you are. Like, yes, yeah, there are many examples in specific places of tolerance and intolerance, right? But again, I know, like Susanna, you're also giving examples of places that was okay, but again, many people didn't see it as okay. Many people see this. I mean, this. Come on, you know that this is a traditionally seen as male suits are traditionally male clothing, right? And it's okay to women want to experiment with suits. This is more normalized. You know what? I mean, there was a time that if a woman wore a suit, people were like, "What the hell are you doing?" Now that has been normalized. Nobody gives a crap, right? So if that has been normalized, why can't this be normalized? Right? I mean, do you agree with me? There was a time when women wearing suits was
Yes.
seen shunned by conservatives. Why are you not being womanly? Wear a goddamn skirt. Be female. Why are you being manly? You
And
know,
it's so funny because
you're saying women being in workplace, maybe some of them wearing a suit was better, but women being in workplace as a whole
Exactly.
was like, what the hell are you doing in a workplace? Go back into the kitchen. Like conservatives, like that was something that we had to normalize with conservatives, that like, yeah, women actually want to have a career, right? So I mean, Candace Owens herself is like she has a career, she's a thought leader, she has her own, you know, thing going on. Does she have any kids?
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
look that up right now. She's
I mean,
31. She is married,
okay.
but
I
she
mean,
doesn't have children.
no, but like she's doing her own thing. But she doesn't understand that the people that she's associating with her with did not see that as a womanly thing to do. This is a taboo that had to be broken by leftists for her to be able to be celebrated as an independent woman with her own thoughts that goes out and has a career and stuff, right? So she is benefiting from all those taboos being broken by the left. And now when they're trying to break taboos, more taboos that other people could benefit from, she's like calling it out as the fabric of Western civilization falling apart.
People would have said the same thing about her wearing a suit like less than 100
Yes.
years ago.
Luke is saying, why is there an obsession with strength or lack thereof? What does that even mean? How is it helpful to our society? And what does it have to do with the clothes we wear? Just live. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. First of all, you could be strong even if you're girly or womanly or whatever you want to say, okay? But you don't even have to be strong. Like, what if you're like not strong? Jesus Christ, yeah.
Isn't one of the strengths of Western civilization that we have the liberty to do stuff like this?
Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many different layers to this.
Like, just saying.
There's so many different, like the level of the hypocrisy.
Oh.
What?
Someone is saying that Candace Owens is pregnant in our live
Ooh,
chat.
congratulations.
Wait, no, can we get into Ben Shapiro's take?
I don't know. Yeah, let's go.
Because that was just chef's kiss.
Oh, here. Wait, can we actually go through all of these comebacks? Like, let's go through it. Let's go through. Look here. Let's read this.
Well, Olivia Wilde, the actress, was saying you're pathetic. I guess this is a YouTuber, Ricky Dillon. Imagine thinking a man isn't strong because he can express a more feminine side. People who freak out over things like this are so strange. Yeah, so that's kind of what we were saying earlier, like being actually able to express a more vulnerable side of yourself or what people see as vulnerable is a strength. Candace Owens later clarifies, or doubles down, we'll see. Since I'm trending, I'd like to clarify what I meant by when I said bring back manly men. I meant bring back manly men. I knew she was going to clarify by doubling down. Terms like toxic masculinity were created by toxic females. Real women don't do fake feminism. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Oh my God, look at how big of a hypocrite it is. Okay, first of all, let's break this down. Okay, bring back manly men. Manly men are not going anywhere. They're still gonna be there. Look at you're gonna have all sorts of men, manly men, girly men, non-binary men. They're all gonna be there. Nobody's gonna take your manly Candace. Your manly men will be there. Okay, don't worry. I know you love alpha male men, manly men. Okay, they will be in a heavy supply of manly men for you. Okay, don't worry. They're gonna be there. Nobody's gonna take that. In fact, the ratio is gonna be the same. Don't worry about that. Okay, they're not, just because some men don't want to be manly, that doesn't mean there's gonna be a lack of supply of manly men. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now look at this. The terms like toxic masculinity were created by toxic females. Okay, first of all, I don't like the term toxic. I understand toxic masculinity. The term itself refers to something that is not as bad as what it sounds like. Okay, but I agree that that labeling needs to change. Okay, I understand that framing. Like if you actually study what toxic masculinity means, it's not actually suggesting that being masculine is a bad thing. Okay, but the phrasing of it suggests is just unfortunate because it come across like as if you're saying masculinity is toxic by itself. So even though I understand that it means something that is not problematic, I think that phrase is problematic, and I wish some people would call it something else. But look at how hypocritical you are, because you're saying toxic, but created by toxic females. Okay, so I mean, this is calling people toxic females for, is actually worse than the phrase toxic masculinity, because now you're actually referring to people. And if you actually study what toxic masculinity means, it was not created by toxic females. It was created by people who are actually doing gender studies and stuff like that, whether they're male or female. And yeah, so you have no idea what you're talking about, and you're calling people toxic while calling out the phrase toxic. So I don't know, that seems hypocritical to me. And now look at this. Real women, god damn it, every single phrase, every sentence has a whole bunch of crap in it. Real woman. When you say real woman, Candace Owens, no true Scotsman fallacy. Like right here, like go look up. How could you be an intellectual and say stuff like this? Like, does she not know about the no true Scotsman fallacy?
No.
Real women don't do fake feminism. What does it mean, a real woman? Like, these are the same people that say like, oh, what, like, if you're XY chromosome, you're a woman. You can't change anything about that. Like, you're a woman. If you want to pretend like you're a man, you're not. No, I'm gonna say you're a woman. You're a woman. You're a woman. Okay. And now they're saying real woman. What happened to, like, there's no way to not be a real woman as long as you have XX chromosome, right?
Yeah, biological determinism.
Like, these are the people that say if you're XX, then you're a woman. If you're for XY, you're a man. And whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter. That's a woman, that's a man. You could pretend, you could have the make-believe world, and now she's saying real woman. What happened to what happened to being like a people who deny? What does it mean to be a real woman? This is such a crap term. Like, real woman is the people, like, so what are, okay, so people who don't do people who are doing women who are doing fake feminism, what are they? Are they men if they're not real women? Wait, what happened? Are they men now? Are they a third gender? Like,
is that how you get her to accept transgender people?
Yeah, actually, Candace Owens
figured it out.
Guys, we got Candace Owens to accept trans people changing their gender. Okay, so just go. If you want to be if you are a trans, and if you are in a female body and you want to be a man, just go do whatever Candace Owens thinks is fake feminism, and now you're not a real woman anymore. And what's the other option other than being a woman? The only other option than being a woman is being a man. So Candace Owens now has to acknowledge that you're not a woman anymore. You're not a real woman anymore. So Candace Owens will have to acknowledge that you managed to change your gender. So I don't know what. Yeah.
We just got a super chat.
Ooh, nice. Oh,
from
we both highlighted. Thank you.
2 Swiss francs. Thank you, Secular Proton. Saying, well, I'm going to assume what this acronym means. Wet ass pussy for the win. We wear what we want to wear or not want to wear. Or it could mean wet ass P word F the world. We wear what we want to wear and not want to wear.
Right.
But either way, thank you for the super chat.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was nice.
Though, because
yes, Ben Shapiro.
Tasty salt.
Yeah.
So he quote retweeted Candace's original tweet. This is pretty obvious. Anyone who pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men to don floofy dresses is treating you as a full-on idiot. A referendum on masculinity, I'd say, like, an expression of freedom.
No, you know what's a referendum on masculinity?
Oh boy.
If you cry about other people wearing dresses.
Yeah.
Right? That's a referendum on masculinity. Imagine Ben Shapiro pretending to represent masculinity.
Oh, you're gonna do that? You're gonna do him like that?
Yeah. Oh, Ben.
No, but let's watch his video that he did, because I thought that was so good. That was my favorite part.
Where's the video?
Didn't you have it? I think you had it open in a different tab. Maybe I was
I don't know. Do you want to send it to me?
I'm gonna find it, yeah. But say what you have to say about his referendum.
Okay, so this is perfectly obvious. Anyone who pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men. Okay. Let's say, okay, first of all, these are the people that think like if this was happening, if their standards, if their conservative standards were being criticized like this by the left, like free society, why can't we be what we want? These leftists, they're like trying to monitor everything we do. This is not okay. What happened to living in a free country? Blah blah blah. And but all of this stuff that they say when they say like let us be the way we want to be, that means that as long as it applies to their standard, because then they go around do exactly that. You know how when people they keep complaining about like they have like a hot take and a whole bunch of leftists come down on them and like, oh look, we don't live in a free society anymore because I said some crap, and now the mainstream media and all these people, these feminazis and everybody's coming after me. Like you can't be a conservative in today's society and all that crap. But then they go around and just come down on somebody just because they wanted to wear a certain clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and again, they pretending like your choice of what you're wearing is a referendum on masculinity. How pathetic are men are that this is a referendum? Like people's wardrobes, if that's a referendum on your anything, then you are pathetic, right? You're pathetic if people's choices on their fashion, on their personal choices, is a referendum on any aspect of your life. Then you're a pathetic loser. Like, no, seriously. Like, imagine if my choice in anything else was a referendum. Okay, and again, this is coming from people that have a certain standard. Okay, so think about the hypocrisy here. Think about the hypocrisy, right? Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens are people that want Judeo-Christian values to be the standard of how society is. The standard is run by is like they want Judeo-Christian values to be applied to media, to schools, to the books that we read, to the government. Okay, so this is not. They don't want Judeo-Christian values for themselves, right? They want Judeo-Christian values to be forced onto everybody. Okay, and yet they think that people's personal choices is a referendum on other people and how they're like, they think like something is being forced on them because somebody made a personal decision on their own life, but they themselves are people who want their values and their standard to be forced on others by putting that in the media and the government and schools and everywhere else. They want Christianity or the Bible or Judeo-Christian values to be taught to children in schools, to be applied in the court, to be applied into the government, to be applied into the media, and they want everybody to be exposed to it, and they want these standards to be defended, whether you like it or not, to be applied to everybody, to be applied in the workplace. So it's not like, oh, these are my standards and these are my choices and I have the freedom to be like this. They want to force everybody to be like this. And when other people are like, hey, look, I'm not saying you should wear a dress. I want to wear a dress. I'm not saying society like, oh, bring like, hey, manly men out there. I think men should wear dresses. No, they're like, I want to wear dresses, and yet they think that's how weak and fragile their worldview is. That they think this is a referendum on them. And if this is a referendum on masculinity for men, Ben Shapiro, then you don't have to worry about it at all because this is nothing about you then. Okay?
I just sent the video to you in the private chat.
Oh, private chat?
Yes. I don't think we should watch the whole thing, but
Which part of it should we watch then?
I couldn't find the exact moment, but I remember him talking about how, because people are like, oh, well, men used to dress like this in lace, or
I know what he's gonna say.
Blah blah blah.
Oh wait, I know somebody who took out that part.
That's what I was looking for.
Ali Rizvi's Twitter. They're just looking over there.
Oh wait, you start playing that video while I go look for that clip then.
Okay.
Of obvious stipulations up front. Men have always done cross-dressing. There have always been some segment of men who cross-dress. Very often it was played for comedy.
I know what he's going to say.
And the entire premise of Some Like It Hot is that it is funny when men cross-dress. That is not what the Harry Styles photo shoot is about. Right? There have been pop stars who've done this before. David Bowie wearing a dress. They always look like idiots, by the way. They always look ridiculous. But the whole point is to...
In the private chat.
Oh, okay. Let's show this one instead. Screen share.
I love Ali's caption. God, I love him so much.
All right.
Our good friend Ali Rizvi is saying, no, can I read his caption first?
Okay, yeah.
Ali, heavy, in-depth Trump era intellectual discourse about one of the most pressing issues of our times, courtesy of Ben Shapiro.
Okay, I like this joke and all, but it's only a joke because it's okay for people to talk about things that are not the most pressing issues. Okay, so as long as we understand that that's just a joke, because not everything you say has to be the most pressing thing of right. Okay, but let's wait. Why is there no audio?
Did you not do the tab?
I did do the tab. I don't even have audio.
Let's assume for a second,
there we go.
The honesty of some folks on the left who at least acknowledge that femininity and masculinity exist. They also have indicators, outward indicators. Dress has been, for virtually all time and in virtually all cultures, an outward indicator, which is why the Bible explicitly says that it is against cross-dressing, for example. Okay, but in virtually every culture, men and women dress differently. This does not mean that all men dress the same and all women in all cultures dress the same. It means that in every culture, there is a distinction between how men dress and how women dress. The stupidest form of the argument that I saw yesterday online was, well, in Scotland, they wear kilts. That means that a man in America wearing a skirt, a floofy skirt, is the same as a man in Scotland wearing a kilt. No, because they also distinguish between how men wear clothes and women wear clothes in Scotland, too. It's just that men wear different clothes than men in America. It's the most idiotic thing. People are like, well, yeah, back in Roman times, men wore togas. You understand? Those were basically just dresses. Yes. And women wore a different form of clothing at the time. Women and men were distinguishable by dress. They have always been distinguishable by dress in virtually every human culture. And noting that men wore floofier stuff in the 16th century in Britain does not change the fact that women wore completely different clothing in the 16th century in Britain. Right? This is a category error, you morons. To suggest that because men wore something like a kilt in Scotland, that if you transferred over to America would look more feminine. Therefore, a man wearing a skirt in America in 2020 is just the same in the male-female paradigm as a man wearing a kilt in Scotland in 1590 is insane and idiotic and ridiculous on its face, and we all know that.
Okay, so what?
Pretending that men dressing like women is not about feminizing men is ridiculous because they are overtly celebrating the fact that Styles is feminizing masculinity. So this is all a big gaslighting effect, right?
He's gaslighting. No, here's what's happening. So he's saying, okay, that when people say like, for example, if you look at the founding fathers of United States, or like, I don't know, like,
yeah,
you can see they were wearing stocking, or if you look at like a Louis VIII painting, you can see he's wearing stocking and high
collar,
high heels and stuff. And he's like, that doesn't matter, because what matters to him is that they were wearing different clothes, so you could tell men from that. So he thinks like he's being. First of all, this is a new thing. Okay, that's not what people were saying. They're just changing the argument when they being called out, because people are looking at like, oh, what's happening to the fabric of society? Men are wearing floofy clothes and stuff. And after they showed them that actually traditionally men were wearing floofy clothes and dresses and stuff like that as well. Now they're coming up. This is a new thing they're saying. Like, well, actually, we're not against like floofy clothes or stuff that looks like dresses. This is a straw man. Let's pretend that our argument originally was something else, as if like you guys didn't get it. We're like, all we're saying is that men and women clothing had to be different. Not that men have to wear like suits and all. Obviously, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that as long as it's different, as long as every society men are wearing something and women are wearing something else, that's what matters to keep the fabric of society intact. Apparently, first of all, citation needed. Show me where. Show me like why is it important for a society for a civilization to be able to keep intact, for men and women to be wearing different clothes. Like, why, if they're all of a sudden wearing the same clothes or interchanging it, why does that threaten society? Okay. Second of all, is he against women wearing t-shirts, for example? Because last time I checked, both men and women wear t-shirts, right? I think they're lying. They're like, no, we just want you guys to be different. But if women right now, they know how ridiculous it is to go and complain about, like, let's say you see a woman in a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, pants.
Like, yeah, just jeans and t-shirt. Do they complain about it? No. It's just something about men in dresses that does something to them. It's about their own insecurities. This is not, they want to pretend like, okay, listen, as long as men and women different. No, we know we're seeing what's happening. There's some transphobic disgust inside you that happens when you see a man in a dress. Because if this was about men and women wearing different clothing, you would be as butthurt to see a woman in jeans and a t-shirt, and you were like, why is it the same that both men and women are wearing jeans and t-shirt, and you don't get butthurt over that? Also,
Armin, it's quite simple. It's a misogynistic double standard.
Right.
A woman becoming like a man is not seen necessarily as threatening in certain contexts, but a man becoming like a woman in almost all contexts is seen as threatening, worthy of disdain, disgust, and punishment, because to be like a woman is to be inferior, or to be seen as giving up your superior status is supposed to be seen as inherently shameful and worthy of ridicule.
Okay, can you tell me how different this is, this guy and from this woman? Like, he's like traditionally men and women were so, as long as they're different, apparently that's all he cares about. They just need to be different. Okay. I mean, this seems pretty similar to me. Look at these. Different. They're not that different. Like, they're just wearing robes.
Yeah, but they're different styles. They're wrapped differently.
I know, but they're kind of the same. They're not that different. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
the only difference is like the only difference. The only difference.
Culturally, there would be a significant difference.
No, I mean, I'm saying if you go into ancient Rome, I mean, the only differences that you could highlight are stuff is because the boobs need to be like look at this woman. Okay, you see this woman, and look at this man, right? They're both wearing. This guy is going to war, so that's he's wearing something different. But look at the woman; she's wearing like a white, and then she's like has a color thing that covers it. You see this?
Yes.
And the man is doing the exact same thing. You see that? She has this white under. I don't know, what do you call these? I don't know what to name these. And then there's a colorful thing covering it.
Yeah,
like
but
this woman,
what she has underneath is different.
Yeah, but the difference is only because of the physical difference in the body. It's not like a different fashion statement being made here. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only because you have boobs sticking out or something, and that needs to be addressed when it comes to your fashion, and he doesn't. But other than that, when it comes to like actually making a fashion statement, There's not that much. I mean, okay, like the difference between this woman and this man right now is much less than the difference we have today when it comes to clothing of men and women. That's what I'm saying, right? So this is not like a change in the norms of nature that, oh my God, men and women are wearing the same thing. And even if, oh yeah, sure, men wore stuff that would be considered feminine back then, but the main thing is that it was different. I'm like, well, is it that different? I mean, sometimes it's different. Like, look, for example, this man is wearing something. What?
Pick Your Poison is saying Romans wearing dress is not gay, but Roman males having sex with other Roman males is pretty gay. Yeah, like or the Greek tradition of pederasty. Yeah, like.
I mean, being gay doesn't mean feminine, to be fair.
No.
But yeah. But okay, but here's what I'm saying is that Ben Shapiro is trying to like, he's like saying we're gaslighting, but he's like gaslighting us, and he's like pretending that the argument was always something else because they're being called out by saying like, oh, we need to go up to traditional values of what civilizations were always like, and men shouldn't be wearing floofy dresses. And then when they were told that floofy dresses, men always wore like floofy stuff all the time, right? And they're now pretending that their argument was something else all the time. The argument was like, okay. We're not talking about floofy dresses. What we're actually talking about is men and women having to be different. And if we keep going and looking in history, and there are sometimes you can see examples of men and women having very different clothing, but there's also examples of like not that different. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of examples of situations where they were kind of the same, right? Like, again, and also, I could tell you this, okay? If you want to make an extraordinary claim, maybe you're right, that civilization hangs on men and women wearing different clothing, then you have to have like a major like evidence for that, right? Like if you think the fabric of civilization will fall apart because men and women are wearing similar clothes, then okay, show me the evidence for that. But if you want to have that standard, then no t-shirts for women, no pants for women. Candace Owens, no pants for you anymore. I keep seeing you wearing pants. Like if you want to go ahead and take men's dresses away from them, then you have no right wearing pants. Why is she wearing
running
pants?
around bottomless? No kidding.
No, seriously, what a hypocrite. Why is she wearing pants? That's traditionally a male thing. Like this breaking on gender stereotypes has been working a lot for women, right? Has been doing people a lot of favors. The same stuff that these conservatives are enjoying because of the breaking apart of gender stereotypes, they now want to take it away from future generations because we want to keep going. It's been working a lot in our favor, and they themselves are taking advantage of breaking these gender stereotypes, and now they're enjoying it and they're benefiting from it. And they were like, okay, let's keep going. This seems to be good. This seems to be doing us a lot of favor. And they're like, no, stop. I'm like, no, shut up. You can't stop us. Especially, and you're hypocrites because you're benefiting from it yourself, and you're not acknowledging it. What?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, anything in the live chat we need to highlight? Katie is saying maybe men can wear the dresses and women can wear the pants. Yeah, of course.
Why wear pants at all? That's my argument. And that's my argument.
Afshin is saying hashtag pants off Candace. Yes, let's make that a trend. Oh, we got a super sticker. What is the super sticker? Can you see?
It's a little 8-bit hippo saying one up.
One up. Boycott pants. Ghost Bunny, it doesn't like pants. I know Ghost Bunny has ulterior motives though, so I know what's going on.
Oh snap.
We have a hashtag say no to pants going on in the chat. No, pants off Candace. I think I like that one. Pants of Candace.
People are
Pants
gonna
with-
take that the wrong way.
That's why
You're
I
like,
like
let
it.
them. Let them.
That's why I like it. All right, guys. I think we made our point.
Yes.
Guys, remember, this is why you come to this channel. This is how easy it is. I don't understand how people this ridiculous are have such a massive audience. And we don't even have to be that smart to show you how ridiculous they are. Like we're not even using the full capacity of what we have to offer. Like this is intellectually very easy for us to take down. And yet our channel has like what, 25,000 subscribers, and they have millions of followers. People like Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro are considered like intellectuals, and they have an audience of millions. And these are their takes. Okay. And we're using 5% of our intellectual capacity here in Atheist Republic to be able to show you guys how ridiculous they are. Imagine what we could do with 100% of our intellectual capacity here at the Atheist Republic. We're not even being challenged here. We're not even being challenged here. We're like, give us something difficult. Like, what the hell is this? Right? And we being this good at taking bull crap down, we are like at 25,000 subscribers. Like, that should be a crime. That should be a crime. So go tell people that, guys, stop following idiots. Go follow Atheist Republic. Get us subscribers. Don't just subscribe yourself. Don't hit the bell notification, but go find us other people. Yes, exactly. Fatima, like, what are you doing? Subscribe. You guys can see, like, if you're like a follower of like Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, I'm pretty sure by now watching this video you have realized that how ridiculous these people are. Okay, so subscribe to this channel so we can show you how idiotic the other people that you follow are as well. Okay, subscribe here and you will see. We'll help you. This is the cure for all the moronic takes you have. Okay, if you keep watching our videos, within like a few weeks you could become a lot smarter. Okay, and all your dumb takes will get replaced by better takes. Even if you disagree with us, if you see the way we analyze other people's opinions, helps you come up with better conclusions yourself. Okay.
Oh, ship them.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Vikram is saying good marketing skills. Yes, exactly. All right. Anyways, I'm just saying that if you're not subscribed, you're an idiot. Okay, because you're a moron who does not see what you're missing out on. Okay, nobody else has been this consistent. Nobody else is as consistent. Like we're not tribal here, right? We go after atheists, we go after Muslims, we go after Christians, we go after the left, we go after the right. Okay, we go after Hindutva, we go after nobody else. Everybody else is like defending their side. Not everybody. Many other people are defending their tribe versus other people's tribes. We go after ourselves. Okay, we don't just go after atheists. We go after our own members. We go after the people who are financially supporting us, like members and patrons who are giving us money, and we call them out. That's how unbiased we are. People are like, hey, here's money, Atheist Republic. We're financially supporting you. And then they have a bad take in the live chat, and we highlight it, and we're like, holy crap, that's a bad take. That's how unbiased we are, okay? Yeah. Yeah, hit the bell button and take off your pants, okay? Yes. Do that. Both. All right. All right. We're going to end this here. I subscribe. All right. Let's end this here. And you know what's going to happen when you see the microphone going, right? You know what's happening when the... Subscribe! Do it now! If I haven't convinced you that you need to be subscribed to this channel, you're a